I made 19 candidates to the PG Diploma in Management of this Academy in absentia, and I charge them that ever in their life they prove worthy of the same.
Miss Korlagunta Yagnasri, Mr. Kotta Prudvi, Mr. Masku Nishant Reddy, Mr. Medi Sai Prakash, Miss Megha Raju, Mr. Nalli Sandeep, Mr. Nidin JK, Mr. Nivas Bharati P, Mr. P. Prashant Kumar, Miss Panimalar T, Mr. Pasala Satya Praveen, Mr. Pramod GB, Mr. Renuka Reddy, Mr. Rohan SH, Mr. Sagar Satpati, Mr. Sheikh Ayatullah Siddiq, Miss Shivani Chidambar Hudak, Miss Shivangi Gupta, Miss Srija, Mr. Saurabh Katake, Mr. Sunil J. Malagimani, Mr. Timmareddy Bharat Kumar Reddy, Mr. Vasant Kumar KM, and Miss Yaram Seti Sai Mohana Kavya. Thank you, sir. Miss Balambika, Miss Bhargavi, Mr. Chandrasekhar Cheruku, Miss Damini, Miss Dasari Harika, Mr. Deni Devasi, Miss Darshana V, Mr. Divagar B, Miss Divya B, Mr. Mallikarjun G, Mr. Mankala Santosh, Miss Marin Maria Thomas, Miss Minati Maji, Mr. Pasula Vinay Kumar, Miss Pooja N, Mr. Prakar Rathi, Mr. Rahul Kumar Singh, Mr. Raj Ratan, Mr. Romit Kumar Singh, Miss Sayeda Salima Asra, Mr. Shailendra Nageshwar, Miss Shruti Dogra, Miss Shruti Anthony, Miss Sivaranjani K, Miss Usha B, and Mr. Yogesh R. Now I call upon the students of PGDM-A 2018-20 batch. Aishwarya Sukumaran, Mr. Anand Singh, Miss Amal Maria Jacob, Mr. Amarnath C.K., Mr. Atul Kumar, Mr. Dastagira Pasha, Miss Gayatri Gopan, Mr. Gollapalli Prashant Maurya, Miss Harshita Srivastava, Mr. I.C. Kariyappa, Miss Lingala Trishali, Mr. Madagoni Vamsi Krishna, Miss Mitali, Mr. Naveen Yadav, Miss Nivedita Yogiraj Patil, Miss Ramya Nargum, Miss Rashmi Pandey, Mr. Sadish Kumar, Mr. Siddharth P, Miss Shalini Singh, Mr. Shetty Sharat Kumar, Miss Shivani Balasaheb Doifode, and Mr. Sumit Singh. Now I call upon the students of PGDM-A 2019-21 batch, Mr. Ayush Avasti, Mr. Abhishek Singh, Miss Aishwarya Santosh, Mr. Aman Kumar Sharma, Miss Anit Skinner, Miss Anshu Singh, Mr. Aravind Mehra, Mr. Ashish Pandey, Mr. Auradip Kamal, Mr. Bairi Siva, Miss Celine Chako, Miss Chaitra PM, Mr. Chalumalla Ranjit, Mr. Devadi Hariprasad, Mr. Divyanshu Yadav, Miss G. Sai Vijita, Mr. Ganesha TB, Mr. Gauri Shetty Nikhil, Miss Gunjan Sharma, Miss Hardika Mehta, Miss Harshana MT, Miss K. Shravya, Mr. Karlapudi Venkatesh, Mr. Kokate Utkarsh Kiran, Miss Kola Harita, Mr. Kaushik S, Mr. Shittis Saxena, Miss Nora Mohanty, Miss Prakshati Satpati, Miss Pranjali Sival, Miss Priyanka, Miss Renuka, Mr. Shivanand Masali, Mr. Shubham Rawat, Mr. Siddhanagowda Patil, Miss Sri Bala BP, Miss Supriya PD, Mr. Sushant Chandra, Mr. Vedvyas Pandurangi, Miss Visakha Wankade, and Mr. Yenugula Doraya Naidu. Now I call upon the students of PGDM-ABM 2020-22 batch. Miss A.J. Anupriya, Mr. Ajasar, Mr. Akhil C, Mr. Akshay Kumar D, Miss Ambala Anila, Miss Amrit Kaur, Mr. Ankit Kumar, Mr. Apurva Marandi, Mr. Ashish Ranjan, Miss Barsha Agarwal, Miss Banusri C, Mr. Bharata Vinay Kumar, Miss Chichula Maitreyi, Miss Divya, Miss Gaikwad Kirti Balkrishna, Miss Gangula Akshita Reddy, Miss Gangula Saundarya, Miss Hasika Yeruva, Miss Ipili Baswini, Mr. Jagannathan Kiriti, Mr. Janaki Ramachandran R, Mr. Jayasurya R, Mr. Kaiteju Vivek.
Gold medal goes to Ms. Shivangi Gupta. Miss Anushri, the director's gold medalist. Now I invite Miss Domini for overall gold medal. Mr. Satish Kumar of 2018-20 batch. Miss Gayatri Gopan. Mr. Ayush Avasti for 2019-21 batch. Miss Aishwarya Santosh. Mr. Kalla Pardateja of 2022 batch. Miss Shivangi Gupta. once again, hearty congratulations to all the recipients of gold medal and director's medal.
Honorable Vice President Shri Venkaiah Garu and Dr. Trilochan Mohapatra, Honorable DG ICAR and my colleagues, dear students, parents and invited guests. It's a great privilege to present a brief report of Academy as well as Agri-Business Management course at this Academy. Sir, this institute was started in 1976 and with a mission and a mandate and vision of that to enhance the leadership, governance and innovation capacity of NARS. It means that 117 ICR institutes and 74 state agriculture universities and 700 Krishi Vijnana Kendras and many more in capacity building, education, research, consultancy and policy support. The mandate is that capacity development of research and policy advocacy of NARS and to serve think tank for National Agriculture Research Education System to facilitate strategic management of human capital. Sir, we have trainings during the last 5 years. We have done 334 training programs with about 25,000 stakeholders. These stakeholders vary from farmers and young scientists of ARS professionals, directors here there are 15 directors of ICR institutes in the auditorium, sir, as a EDP, as a trainee participants, and we also do head of the divisions, vice chancellors of State Agriculture University, Indian Forest Service officers here, agri startups, farmer producing organizations, women farmers, and many more. So basically, in 1976, this institute is started with just like Lal Bahadur Shastri Academy, Police Academy, and Indira Gandhi National Forest Academy to give professionals, ARS professionals under ICR system. So all the agriculture scientists first step is academy. So this is some sort of Gurukul for them. So in 1976, these are the first batch of foundation course, and in 2010, 110th foundation course where 135 scientists were inducted for 3 months foundation course where Honorable Governor of Telangana, Dr. Tamil Sai Soundararajan was the chief guest. Sir, we will be having two important mandates here. One is a training for entire NARS, as I told initially, and this institute has been recognized as nodal training institute of entire ICR. That is one mandate. Second mandate is based on the recommendations of NITI Aayog. This NARM has been designated a think tank research policy institute of entire ICR in agriculture system. So we have several collaborations in this area, national, international, and many donors. So as a NARM, as a think tank research policy, and it is developing various policy research and providing to the government of India, sir. Just to take the key important policies we have made, how higher education as per new education policy, teachers competency, climate change, agri and entrepreneurship, startups, digital technology, food demand, so that one crop, one district planning can be taken up, artificial intelligence, micro-mandy, meat policy exports, ease of doing research, mainstreaming biodiversity, circular carbon economy, soil carbon, custom hiring centers of farm machinery, mariculture policy, subsidies, self-sustainability of oil seeds, attracting best talent to agri-education, Kisan call center, promoting interdisciplinary research, private and versus public extension, organic farming, where and when, and women entrepreneurship and farmers producing organizations. Sir, we have 3 important education programs here. Very important 2 years residential program, the Agri-Business Management, postgraduate diploma in Agri-Business Management. It is 2 years residential program. Here all our students are really fortunate to have their degrees from you, sir. We have other 2 diplomas and technology management, education technology. Sir, the placements have been increased. Job creation is important policy of the government of India. We are increasing the creating the job quality and also pay packages. around 10 years back, the average pay package is around 4 lakhs. Now it is average to 8 to 14 lakhs now. So it is increasing, sir. And we are also, ICAR-NAARM is also contributing to national programs, for example, doubling the farmers' income, digital education, job creation, agri-entrepreneurship, and climate change and Indian agriculture, how to go. We also have several international trainings like Bangladesh and African countries, Asian countries, SAARC countries, then other countries like Australia, New Zealand, Singapore, and USA and other countries. Sir, farmers are also the central part, and agriculture is very, very important for India. And NARM is a central part in ICAR Farmers First program. And every foundation day we give best farmer awards across the country, farmers. And sir, what we have done when the government of India is aimed to have doubling the farmers' income, we want to listen to the farmers. We have done 2 days national workshop. Let us listen to farmers, how we can go for doubling the farmers' income. Honorable Minister, then Agriculture Minister, Shri Gajendra Singh Shekhawat was there here. He interacted with that. We invited 5 farmers from 24 states. Then we have made cross learnings and brought the recommendations. We also developing master farmers. And sir, in India we have around 15 crore farmers. So how to develop master farmers is very, very important. This endeavor is concluding, just is taken up. Maybe Assam, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, and 15 other states we are developing master farmers. Sir, then once policies are made and reaching out to the policy makers is a key important, so that they will take decisions and bigger programs are made, investments can be done. So how we interact with the policy makers? The left side is standing parliamentary committee in agriculture, where we have interacted. Honorable Gajendra Singh Shekhawat, now Jal Shakti Minister, and also an earlier Minister of State Sudarshan Bhagatji, and Ethiopian ministers, and our own Agriculture Minister Nandan Singh Tomarji, and Governor of Telangana Sri Tamilisai Soundararajanji, and also I was presenting in 2017 in front of you how distress managed reduction can be taken, how heat wave deaths can be reduced. I was presenting. Thank you very much, sir, for giving this opportunity. And thank you very much, sir. With this, I declare the convocation open. Thank you.
Now, it's my great pleasure to present brief report of our academic program to Honorable Chief Guest. Sir, it is a moment of pride to mention that the Academy has evolved into a recognized leader among the agribusiness education institution that provides PG in agribusiness management. The course has gained popularity among agriculture graduates across the country, resulting in creation of much needed human resources to manage agribusiness, which is assuming high significance in view of its diversified activity. Sir, the program is being executed with a specialized course curricula to meet the dynamic requirements of the agribusiness industry. The curricula encompasses classroom teaching, live projects and industrial visits, summer internship, and an independent project which propel our agri graduates into industry-ready professionals. Sir, the Academy takes pride to share that the students engage themselves in different group activities. Always our Honorable Vice President prescribes that the students should take care of themselves. Sir, they are involved in programs like Manthan, Agri-Business Forum, Sanskriti, Event Management and Cultural Group, Tarang, the entrepreneurship activity, Prakriti, embracing nature, Darpan, curiosity and intellect activity, Krida, sports and fitness. Apart from this internal activity, the students also host a mega annual business event called Sankal, which is being conducted on campus that attracts participants from various management schools across the country. The PGDM-ABM has achieved a number of milestones during its 12-year journey. We are very happy to say that the program has had a 100% placement since its inception. So far, more than 100 companies have taken our students from this campus. Our students are being placed in different domains in agri sector like agri inputs, banking and finance, commodity trading, consultancy, farm machinery and irrigation, startups, supply chain and retail. The distinguished performance of the alumni in this industry has been the torchbearer for this prestigious course and the academy. Sir, now it is an honor to present to the Honorable Chief Guest the candidates receiving PG Diploma in person. Sir, the candidates of the PG Diploma in Management who have been examined and found qualified for the PGDM Agriculture, PGDM Agri-Business Management, for which they may be admitted.
Honorable Chief Guest of the program, the fourth graduation ceremony for PGDM-ABM National Academy of Agriculture Research Management, Honorable Vice President of India, Shri Venkaiah Naidu ji, Dr. C. Srinivas Rao, Director, National Academy of Agriculture Research Management, Dr. G. Venkateswarlu, Joint Director, NARM, Dr. Ganesh Kumar, Dr. Ranjit Kumar, all the members of the board and the governing council of this institute, the directors of ICR institutes who are attending the EDP program, all the invited dignitaries, Padma Shri awardees, the faculty, the staff of this institute, and above all the students who have received their degrees, and also those who have received gold medal and honors because of their excellent academic performance. A hearty welcome to each one of you on behalf of the Indian Council of Agriculture Research and on behalf of the Department of Agriculture Research and Education, Government of India. I take this opportunity to express our sincere gratitude to Honorable Vice President Sahab for his benign presence in this particular program, which is very auspicious for all of us and very specifically for those who have received their degrees from your hands. You have been a source of inspiration, a leading light, who have been inspiring not only students and faculties, but everybody else, all generations who are aspiring to go, who are already there in fields like agriculture and other sectors of economy. You have gone to various institutions, organizations, events, and particularly in the context of the Indian Council of Agriculture Research and its activities and programs, and for which I express my sincere gratitude to you, sir. We have benefited tremendously because of your guidance, your inspiring words, and also your, in fact, encouragement that you have provided every time that you have visited our institutions, our centers, and our events. Sir, so much to learn from your rich experience. Out of your own involvement, and that provides quite a bit of insight to you, and out of that insight what comes out is so enriching for each one of us. Sir, once again, I express my sincere gratitude and thank you very much for agreeing to our request to be with us and to inspire the youngsters. So the Indian Council of Agriculture Research was established in 1929. There are frequent famines in this country, and sir, you know better, sir, that how and why the ICR was established. We have been striving hard with a motto to serve the farmers of this country and to improve upon the agricultural economy. The farmers, they represent the largest the enterprise, private enterprise in this country, and in the process contribute to country's economy. The livelihoods of the people of this country, a large number, more than 50%, depending directly, indirectly on agriculture, is so crucial. And poverty reduction, when we talk about, particularly for reducing rural poverty, agriculture plays such an important role, sir. The Indian Council of Agriculture Research has been at the forefront of addressing all these issues. The recent challenges are many, and we are actually deliberating on those challenges and trying to address those. The country's agriculture has moved quite far, sir. You all know, sir. You know very much, and we were. In fact, borrowing food grains to feed the growing population, and today we are exporting. The food grain is in surplus, and at times we have problems of plenty. And by way of export, you know, sir, last year we have crossed $50 billion in terms of agricultural products, and which is almost $20 billion more than what we are actually doing. Sir, in the process, we are earning foreign exchange, and in the process we are also giving higher returns to the farmers. Sir, 4 of our basmati varieties, if I have to cite one or two examples, sir, before you, 4 of our basmati varieties developed by the Indian Agriculture Research Institute, New Delhi, earns us about 28,000 crores annually, sir. And our annual budget, including salary pension, is 8,500 crores for the whole ICR, including all the institutions, the Krishi Vigyan Kendras, which are funded 100% by us, sir. And also 20% of our budget goes to the state agricultural universities to strengthen their research, education, as well as extension. So from the very beginning, the Indian Council of Agriculture Research is working in tandem along with all the state agricultural universities to address the problems of various regions of the country, agroecologies of the country, to face the challenges there and improve productivity. The results of that is not just basmati exports, sir. The food grain productivity, as I said, we are not just self-sufficient, we are exporting. But very importantly, sir, in the recent times, the sugar production sector has been revolutionized. By way of introducing a variety CO238, sir, the sugar recovery has increased by 2%, and also the yield has increased in a state like Uttar Pradesh by 20 tons per hectare. As a result, our sugar production has gone up to 32 million tons, which was hovering around 24, 25 million tons. And that's the reason why we are exporting and also at the same time diverting sugarcane juice for bioethanol production. But in the process, the agriculture is contributing to energy security in this country and also reducing dependence on the import of fossil fuel. So there are various examples. Pulses revolution in recent times is a beautiful example of how technology, when it's enabled by way of right kind of policies, can bring such a huge change. We are producing about 16 to 17 million tons, and now it is more than 23. And 2 years we have also, during past 6 years, we have reached 25 million tons. So 6 to 7 million tons extra production which has come because the technology, new varieties have gone to the field. Our variety replacement rate has reached to the tune of 80%, sir, in different pulse crops, and also seed replacement rate has gone beyond 30%, which was, before 6 years, 7 years, it was about 15%. In certain states, it was even 10%. So given these examples, sir, the technology not only being developed, but also have gone to the farmer's field. But challenges are many, sir. We have climate change, the biggest challenge. We have the farmer's income the doubling and further going beyond doubling is another challenge which Honorable Prime Minister has placed before us, sir. And working in that direction requires bridging the gap and linking in the process the farmers with the market. Because the farmers, unless they get the market, they don't get the return, sir. And when we started 6 years ago, we planned documents, strategy documents for each state and provided to the state government. And we adopted 2 villages in each district by our Krishi Vigyan tenders. And in the process now, we have taken examples of 75,000 farmers, sir, and their success stories of doubling farmers' income. In certain cases, they have been increased 10 times the farmers' income. These are all beautiful examples, sir, to place before us that given the interventions by way of technologies reaching the farmers, by linking them to the market, by helping them to carry out primary processing at their own place, and in the process also putting farmers together in form of groups. And today we have farmer producer organizations, but previously we created some groups, producer groups, and particularly say in case of millets, and that has actually led to some of these changes and enhancing farmers' income particularly. We are introducing integrated farming system models, sir, which is actually minimizing the risk due to climate change. Sir, in Tamil Nadu, more than 10,000 such models are there already in the farmers' field. In Kerala also, with the government support, these models, more than 7,000 farmers' field, these models are working very successfully. I was there in Odisha, sir. More than 20,000 such models are there. Lakhs of such models are going to establish in farmers' field. And this is to integrate all various aspects, for instance, the animal husbandry, fishery, wherever water is available, and horticulture and field crop, all integrated together, sir. And the ponds are being constructed with 100% government support. So that is, taking help of the central government schemes. So through NREGA, sir, and you have been in rural development, so you know these programs so well, and you have championed these programs, sir, and they are now paying rich dividends, sir. And there are several examples of success stories where the climate risks are minimized and farmers' income has increased. Sustainability is also addressed because the global level we are talking about sustainable food systems, and that's what ICAR is now focusing on. How do we make the production system sustainable and overall agriculture and food system sustainable to provide food and nutrition security to the country. Sir, we have developed more than 86 biofortified crop varieties to address malnutrition. And in that context, sir, more than 4.5 million hectares are now covered under these biofortified crops. In fact, these were all developed, rather almost all, 99% developed during the past 6 years and taken to the field already. And that's the kind of eradicating malnutrition program in this country and the call given by Honorable Prime Minister, sir. And there are several other areas which we are working, but in the context of human resource development, particularly to address the needs of the agri-industry, so we felt the need to establish these kind of programs. There are some at IRMA and also some of the IIMs, 2 of the IIMs are offering such programs, and some of the universities are now coming up to provide this agri-business management program, sir. And the National Academy of Agriculture Research Management started 12 years ago, and now, sir, with 60 students, 100% placement every year, and the kind of offers they are getting, which is quite encouraging for us, sir. But that's not really all. In our state agriculture universities, the gross enrollment ratio is much low, sir. We have a large number of faculty members, but students intake is less because we have a provision for their, provisioning of hostels, residential systems will be there for all of them. At that condition, we are relaxing, and hopefully we'll be able to increase gross enrollment ratio. Not just for degrees, but also certificate courses and diploma courses we are also bringing, and more emphasis on skill development. the student-ready program which is operating, that is a rural entrepreneurship awareness development Yojana, sir. READY stands for this particular one. And so we are now encouraging all the students who are passing out our undergraduate program, they are going through this particular training and skill development. In rural areas, they are getting exposed. And during past 5-6 years since its inception, sir, for this, when we implemented this student-ready program, more than 80,000 students passing out after this graduation program, undergraduate program. So they have undergone student-ready program. So they are exposed to industry, how industry operates, and what are the actual elements there, and also the experiential learning centers which are there in universities which have been established. They are actually earning while learning. So they are engaged there in business and also earn there. So that's a very successful program implemented during this central government's tenure, and very successfully running, sir. The students are imparted skill, and some of them are actually building their own industry. So that's very encouraging. And we have also another program called Attracting, Retaining Youth in Agriculture, and that program is also enabling youth of this country to establish their own entrepreneurship and contribute to engaging other unemployed youth, particularly women in the villages. Similarly, sir, our incubation centers, now 50 of them, we are incubating not only youngsters, the passing outs, those who are interested to carry out, building some industry, some entrepreneurship. We are also helping farmers to be entrepreneurs by way of incubating, by way of hand-holding, and also providing linkage with the credit providing institutions, and in the process enabling them to be successful startups and entrepreneurs. More than 800 startups during past 5-6 years we have established, and we are trying our best to help them survive, because it's a very tough business situation because of COVID particularly, and we are trying to help them. So this is in nutshell, in various aspects in which we are working. The National Academy of Agriculture Research Management, as it was said, is not only helping us to build human resource further, but also even train farmers and make farmers farmer leaders in the arena of agriculture. Sir, I take this opportunity to congratulate the National Academy of Agriculture Research Management, particularly Dr. Rao, for his untiring effort to make this institution far more vibrant than ever before. And in fact, now we have identified this institution as our think tank in agriculture to provide us guidelines, policies, so that we can build our future path in research and development and education as well. So that is how we are thinking how to really continue enhancing our operations in various fields and go to other countries to establish institutions. And then in the process attract students of other countries, more and more students of other countries to come to India to get education here in the arena of agriculture and allied sector. So we have this untiring effort from the institute, sir, and I congratulate all the faculty members for putting a lot of efforts to actually enable these youngsters to become in life. And becoming in life is not easy. Not only they are building their career, they are also building their character here. As it was said, yoga practice and other things which they are doing here, sir. So their character is being built, their future is being built, they are being more disciplined, by way of doing all this. And thanks to the National Academy for carrying out this. Also, the Academy is, eminently providing training and capacity building to the scientists of the ICAR, freshly joining, and also mid-career scientists, and also those who are joining in the research management position, exposing them to various facets of management, of research, education, and extension. That way, the institution is also helping the state agriculture universities to build their human resource by way of training and capacity building. So in short, sir, this institution is contributing tremendously in the arena of human resource development and also in the arena of policy perspective which they are providing to various facets of agriculture and allied sector. Sir, I once again take this opportunity to express our sincere gratitude to you for being with us, to guide us, to inspire us. I thank you all for being here in large number, and congratulations once again to all the degree recipients and our winners for their untiring efforts, and for which they have been given these certificates, awards and honors. And I congratulate all the parents who are present here for their support and sacrifice. Thank you very much. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your special remarks. Now, we have reached the time for which we have been waiting for years. Now, I request our Honorable Chief Guest, Shri Venkaiah Naidu Garu, for his graduation ceremony address.
Dr. Mohapatra, Dr. Rajat Kumar, Dr. Shri Naidu, Dr. Venkaiah, Dr. Ganesh Kumar, the directors of ICAR who have come from different regions, and also the other dignitaries, professors, and my dear students. I am really very happy today to be here in this prestigious institute, and also to be among you. I am particularly happy that this graduation ceremony of the students of a subject which is dear to me. I would like to compliment all the graduates for taking their degrees. This is a turning point in your life. And also I would like to especially congratulate the gold medal winners and other award winners. It's indeed a pleasure for me to see these youngsters who have all joined willingly. Susan, this subject of agriculture, business management, various allied activities of agriculture. I really feel happy. I would also like to compliment the people who are all concerned with this institute, led by our director, for organizing a graduation ceremony in such a fashion which is very much dearer to my heart. I would like to compliment Dr. Srinivas Rao. You have Indianized this conversation. हमेशा मेरा मत रहा देश में सभी स्नातकोत्सव जो कॉन्वोकेशन है सबको इंडियनाइज करना, इंडियनाइज इन कॉन्डक्ट, इंडियनाइज इन ड्रेस, इंडियनाइज इन एड्रेस, because we are Indians. Unfortunately, because of colonial rule, those people who came here, they ruled us, they ruined us, they looted us, they cheated us. While leaving, they left their language and culture to some extent. I feel we must go back to our roots. We must Indianize everything. And we have our own traditions, our own culture, our own heritage. We are one of the oldest civilizations of the world. We should feel proud of it. Maintain, possess, propagate, promote, protect that culture and heritage. When I became vice president, the media friends came to me and they started asking me, sir, they were reminding me, sir, you have become vice president. I said, yes. They were trying to ask something they could not. They were saying, sir, you have become vice president. I said, Babu, I know that. Tell me, what do you do? Sir, you have become vice president. Third time, they said. Yes. Then they said, sir, by hesitatingly they asked me, sir, what about the trust? I understood. I said, no change of dress, only change of address. That's all. I was in Abdul Kalam Road, 30. Now I have changed my address to Maulana Azad Road. That's all. No change of dress. Because dress is an identity of our people. Language is also an identity of our people. We must always remember that we must have, it's my earnest feeling, and I have been talking about it. Of late, Prime Minister also is focusing on that, and the new education policy, I'm happy, is also stressing on that. The basic education must be in mother tongue. And our children should be motivated to speak in mother tongue, because mother tongue is like your eyesight. The other foreign language is like your spectacles. If you have eyesight, then spectacles will work. If you don't have eyesight, even if you wear ribbon, glasses, जुबान से कुछ आएगा नहीं. इसलिए हमेशा मातृ भाषा को प्रोत्साहित करना ये बहुत जरूरी है. I am not against other languages or learning other languages, including English. Learn as many languages as possible. First, learn your mother tongue, because your original ideas, the way you understand, the way you articulate is simple, is better in your mother tongue. This is my advice to all the education institutions across the country. I'm happy they are moving in that direction. And also the traditions also. We have our own tradition. And we feel proud. We should promote those traditions. That is a cultural heritage given to us by our. I move one step forward, going by the recent experience also. Arogyame Mahabhagyam. Health is wealth. This has been said by our forefathers. We neglected it, and we have seen the consequence also. So everybody must try to protect health. Yoga or other physical activities. All youth in their life, not only the student, in future also. We must be physically fit. If you are physically fit, then you will become mentally alert. If you are lazy, then you will become crazy. And start doing crazy things also. So physical fitness, yoga, walking, jogging, or sport, whatever sport of your choice, one must participate in those activities to keep themselves physically fit. I am now 72 plus, 73 almost. I play badminton every day 1 hour, morning. Not to become a champion or compete with Sindhu or others. This is to keep myself fit, physically fit. And second thing is that I also suggest to all the youngsters, going by the COVID experience, we must try to follow Indian food. Indian food, which is very nutritious, very healthy. Because we are seeing, because of the westernization and also the influence, some of our youngsters, they developed a habit of ignoring our local food and going for pizza, burger. Junk food, stored food is no good for health. This is proven beyond doubt. Compared to other countries, India was able to withstand COVID to maximum. Why? The reason is our habits. The reason is the food we eat. Because the food is prescribed by our forefathers according to season and reason. North में क्या खाना, South में क्या खाना, कौन सी season में क्या खाना, वगैरह सब उन्होंने अनुभव से पता है. So we have to practice this, and this fashion. I am not against pizza or burger or other food. They may be good for those countries, but for our country we have. And there is no dearth of any quality food, variety of food, thousands of years, thousands of varieties. I don't want to recall all of them. Don't worry, I am not prescribing you a food code, but I am suggesting to you, better go for cooked food so that you will be healthy. And once you are healthy, you will be able to make it a healthy nation and then later convert it to a wealthy nation. If you are healthy, you can become wealthy. If you are wealthy and lack healthy, then you know what is happening also. So keep this in mind. This is my advice to all the graduates and also to the students who are pursuing. This agriculture is an area which is very close to me because I am born in agriculture family. I know the problems of the farming community. I know the challenges. Agriculture is our basic culture. This has to be kept in mind. It's not only of great historical and cultural significance, but also provides source of livelihood to more than 50% of the nation's population. Importantly, it continues in significant measures to our GDP also. See this COVID, apart from pharma, of course, pharma medicines were required by, so pharma could withstand. The only sector which has shown growth is agriculture. In spite of COVID, in spite of so many problems, challenges, our farmers, hats off to them, they have increased the production. They have increased the production. So that is the inspiration we must draw from our agriculturists. The agriculture sector has passed through various phases of evolution and multiple revolutions. I don't want to explain them in detail. Most of it has already been told and you are also aware. We were a deficit state, country, food was deficit and we used to import PL 480. Now we are in a position to export to various countries. The careless mismanagement of the British was the party responsible. And now, because we started following our own this thing, we became food secure and even food surplus. But don't be complacent. Population is increasing. And we should not only develop food for ourselves, we must also be in a position to supply food to the world, to the entire humanity. But there are challenges. One is the challenge of raising population. Second challenge is changing lifestyles. Third challenge is growing urbanization. Fourth is the climate change. And we have seen the result of this in our life. So, and also we have floods, drought, cyclone, tsunami, others affecting the country and affecting mostly agriculture because they are not organized. Every effort needs to be made by the agriculture researchers, policy makers, entrepreneurs and scientists to make agriculture climate resilient. This is one task. Profitable and sustainable and productive so that our farmers reap the fruits of their hard work and the food and nutritional requirements of millions is ensured. I am happy to note that the country's exports of agriculture products have crossed the 50 billion for the first time in the last fiscal year. My dear sisters and brothers and youngsters, in these efforts to make agriculture more productive and profitable to the farmers, I see the role of extension of workers, researchers, agri-scientists and agro-business professionals as indispensable. No advanced country can improve agriculture productivity in the long term without investing in research and extension. We have a wide network of national agricultural research system in the country with several stakeholders and institutions for this purpose. Going forward, we have to further equip and enhance the capacity of agriculture research in the country to achieve sustainable gains in agri-productivity. To begin with, we need to increase our R&D expenditure, research and development expenditure. on agriculture, standing at less than 1% of our agriculture GDP, which is less than what other developed and developing countries spend. So we have to spend more on R&D. Agriculture universities must consider it their bounden duty to not only develop new techniques and methods of sustainable production, but also take these developments to the last farmer in every part of the country. We must imbibe the slogan, lab to land. So I personally feel I have been suggesting that all the students must be able to spend some time in the village. See, watch, and participate in agriculture. And then particularly agriculture students who are studying various courses, they should go to villages, spend some time, know the actual practical problems in the field, provide advice to them rather than confining themselves to the laboratories or the research. What is the purpose of research? Research is to make people's life comfortable. Research is to make people happy. Simply profitable is not sufficient. You need happy. For that, you need to remove all the obstacles. Peace is the prerequisite for progress. I repeat it everywhere. If you have tension, you cannot pay attention and have the retention. So this agriculture must be taken up with passion, not as a fashion. Passion. And we should not give any remission or omission or go for commission in this mission. It's a mission. It's a mission for our nation. Nation means people. And in that 50% are agriculturists and their dependent families. So we must develop that passion for among our youngsters. And I'm happy to see a lot of youngsters who have all joined here and achieved success in their life. When I meet those youngsters who all came here, I see they are brimming with confidence. They are really confident about their future. The nation can move only if the youth is confident. That's why the government of India, Prime Minister also is focusing more and more on youth, skill development. Everybody has got some inherent skill, but you need to recognize the skill and encourage it. Skill upgradation is the need of the hour in every sector, particularly in agriculture and allied activities. Secondly, diversification of agriculture is required. You should not depend on only wheat or rice or certain varieties. You have to diversify it. And there is a study by Manage, the other institute, which says that people who have all committed suicide, if you study them, they studied 3,500 cases. None of the families which have got some poultry, dairy, or allied activities, they have committed suicide. This is a lesson to all of us, not simply going for the traditional paddy. Paddy we have surplus, wheat also we have surplus. Millets we must encourage. Dairy we must encourage. Growing vegetables is one of the most profitable things nowadays. These are not only useful for our healthy food, but at the same time profitable also. We must motivate the farmers to move to allied sectors. This is my advice. This is possible only through extension workers and also the researchers in agriculture moving to the rural areas, spending time with them. The mobile-based extension services also be explored to increase the reach among farmers who are not in a proximity to an agriculture university. One-step solution for both hardware technology and informative services must be offered to farmers on demand without any clutter. One of the focus areas of ICAR institution should be to bring about the synergies between agriculture and modern technologies, such as drones and artificial intelligence, and develop scalable products. Technology can also solve the problem of bringing customized solutions at the farm level taking the agro-ecological diversities into account. Technology can also keep farmers abreast of the information. And information also is very valuable. Information with confirmation is more than an ammunition. The information which you give, it must have validity, confirmation, credibility. For that you need better study. Study in the field as well as study the subject also. Another thing is that we must also have the information about market price in different parts of the country. It should reach the people. Certain areas, tomatoes are sold even for ₹1. Even onions also in Nasik, tomatoes in Madanapalli, near Bangalore and all. The moment you go to Bangalore, the cost goes up. One day I was in agriculture market in Madanapalli. There were tomatoes stored. I asked them, any cinema shooting going on? They said, no sir, this is agriculture market. I said, so auction will start now. I said, okay. I was observing the auction. After auction, then I asked them, what is the price of tomato today? They said 10 rupees. I said, very fine. Then the person said, what is fine, sir? 10 rupee, not kilo, 10 rupee a basket. Then I went to Bangalore, which is 125 kilometers from Madanapalli. Asked my sister, she said tomato is 6 rupees kilo. And next day I was in Delhi, asked my wife, what is the price of tomato? She said 16 rupees. Producer is getting 1 rupee, and their consumer 16 rupees. This is one of the biggest challenges. One, information with confirmation. Second is removing restrictions. And third one is cold storage units. You must provide a refrigerator van system. All these things government is focusing now, but they must focus more and more on. And the Prime Minister has given a 3-line mantra. He said, reform, perform and transform. Reformation of the system. Reformation of our mind. We should all think in terms of what are the challenges, what are the solutions. How can they be made cost effective? NARM has been a successful implementation, but it must be widespread. We must further leverage India's edge in the software and IT world to nurture more agri-based startups. Some of the youngsters are taking it, but more and more people need to join. My dear youngsters, Indian agriculture is going through a great transition now. Reducing availability of quality water, nutrient deficiency in soils, climate change, loss of biodiversity, and emergence of new pests and diseases, fragmentation of farms and market uncertainties are some of the changes that will make the task of agriculture research even more critical in the coming years. These changes impacting agriculture call for paradigm shift in our research approach. We have to harness the potential of modern science, encourage innovations in technology, and provide for enabling policies to support investments. We must also start investing seriously in critical areas such as genomics, molecular breeding, and nanotechnology, among other areas. Our institutions of agriculture research must redouble their efforts and aim for excellence in technological innovation, human resources, and extension services to meet these challenges. Of these, the importance of creating a skilled manpower in secondary and tertiary agriculture to make it profitable cannot be overstated. In turn, trained agri-business graduates can work towards making agriculture more into an organized sector and become job providers instead of job seekers. Jobs are available now, but I suggest to you, more than simply seeking a job, the market is okay, is in favor of you, but try to set up some industry of your own. I was talking to finance people also earlier. The bank should lend more and more to promote agri-business and encourage youngsters coming out of institutes to get the adequate loan, and also encouragement from the financial institutions, particularly banks. Once again, I am very happy to have visited your beautiful campus, and I attended this graduation ceremony. I feel very happy. I congratulate all the students who received their certificates, the gold medalists, and also I would like to compliment the parents of all the graduates and also gold medalists, because it is the parents who are responsible to send you here and also to promote you in your life. I am sure you will contribute to building an Aatma Nirbhar Bharat in reducing the food losses, adding value to agri products, bringing market innovations, and ultimately engendering wealth creation for the farmers and the country as a whole through agriculture. Another area of my happiness is I could see a lot of girls taking recourse to agri-business. This is a very positive development. Women are 50%. If you neglect them, that means you have no future. And wherever opportunity is given, women are also excelling. Some people say, ये तो महिला पढ़कर क्या करना है? And ultimately घर में ही बैठना, ऐसा क्यों? This is a गलत सोच है, that is. But some people say, these our systems are wrong. Who told you this is our system? In our country, women were always given importance and priority. We call our country as Matru Bhumi, not Pitru Bhumi, motherland, not father's land. All the important rivers in the country, Ganga, Kaveri, Yamuna, Saraswati, Narmada, Tapati, Mahanadi, most of the rivers are named after women. And if you believe in Puranas, even Puranas also, you know, those days, important jobs were given to women. Education Minister, Saraswati Devi. Defense Minister, Parvati Devi. Finance Minister, Lakshmi Devi. At that time also. At that time. Now we have a finance minister, lady, that's different. But so that is our culture, our tradition. So we should encourage more and more girls into education and more so into agriculture. I go around the country visiting IITs, IIMs, various research institutes, ICAR institute maximum I have covered across the country. And I find to my happiness that when I award the certificates, you can't expect Vice President to give to 1,000 people. So they do some selection and only gold medalists and top scorers, they are called to the dais that they can be given the awards and medals. To my happiness, around the country, wherever I go, 60 plus or 65 plus of the medal winners are girl students. That's a very positive trend. Very positive trend, because they have no diversion and they have no tension and they focus more attention and have the retention of those ideas and do not do pretension. So we must encourage more and more women to agriculture and youngsters, and this your institute here is setting a good example, a compliment. My best wishes and regards to the ICAR fraternity as your resolve and efforts grow stronger each year to make Indian agriculture more sustainable, productive and profitable with the time. Thank you very much. Namaskar. Jai Hind. God bless you all.
Thank you, sir. We are so blessed today, really blessed today for your motivational address. Sir, you mentioned there is only change in address, but we are so fortunate to have your address with so much motivational, inspirational, and words of wisdom. And more importantly, always you play with words. We don't get chance to see your badminton play, but always we see a play with words. That's a great thing, sir. We are so fortunate.